Hey guys, do you want to get extreme? Well, it's 8-Bit Eric here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a game called pixelBOT Extreme. I played this on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, the PlayStation 4. Where's my controller at? Oh, it's over there somewhere charging. Now, pixelBOT Extreme is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. So it's a different take on a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up genre. Has kind of like a different gameplay mechanic in regards to what you normally play as. So what this game has, it's a color-based targeting system. So depending on what color the enemy is to what certain bullet or shot you have. So each face button represents a different color. So for example, the circle might be red, the X might be blue or green or something like that. You get the idea. So depending on what the enemy's color is as to how you attack the enemy, what button you choose to do that. So it kind of has like a unique little gameplay mechanic that adds a degree of challenge. It's a lot harder than it sounds. I went into this thinking, oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and guess what? I was dying left and right. Do not let the way that this game looks deceive you. This game has some pixelated graphics, like, you know, some generic pixel sprite looking stuff. Looks like a cross between like a 8-bit and 16-bit neo retro type of game. And yeah, don't let that fool you. This game doesn't play as simplistic as it looks. It is evil, it is vile. There's a lot of death traps no matter what. You're going to die in this game. But luckily, scattered throughout the level, there are some checkpoints to where if you die, you start over at that point, like as a spawn point. Now, the sound, also in addition to the graphics, is pretty neat, actually. It's really well put together. This game has like an adrenaline pumping soundtrack and sound effects that makes you just like that. It's almost like an endless runner as well, with how fast that it performs and plays and stuff like that. I think it actually showcases a lo-fi band in here. I think their name is like Phono Trash, and it has like a real 80s arcade vibe to what the presentation is overall. So the presentation of this game, while classic, has like a pretty new take on the genre. I like that a lot of indie developers and game makers nowadays are taking old concepts, twisting them up, flipping them around, and adding something new to it. So while it is a color-based targeting system and stuff like that, you have elements of shoot-'em-ups and runners, endless runners in here, because there's like spikes, there's walls, there's moving platforms, there's chain enemies and enemies that shoot at you and stuff like that. Now the character, it's the pixelBOT. He's able to shoot, fly, and dodge throughout the levels. Now the level designs are pretty tricky, as I mentioned. You can see in this footage, I was dying. You know, it's something from avoiding objects at the same time and also using the color coding. You have to remember which button does what, and I'm the type where I play so many different consoles that I get confused where X is and where B is and where this color is and that, because each console has X, Y, B, and A differently placed. Like Nintendo and Xbox are different, and then Sony, you have to remember where the circle and the triangle are, and I just lose it. And then when you're seeing colors on the screen, I think Xbox, and it just kind of gets me a little bit disoriented, but not into a way where I felt like, oh man, this game sucks at all. It was very fun. So, shoot, die, respawn is what the motto of this game is. Now, you can collect different orbs to help give yourself energy as you progress through the level. There's also weapons, different weapon items and stuff like that. Extreme challenge levels can be unlocked, so there's a little bit of replay value here. There's 25 stages, and every so often you run into like a boss stage, so they do switch things up. 25 does seem like a short number, but trust me, you will be dying a lot. So 25 I feel is just enough of a fair amount of levels for what this game entails. It is a retro-inspired shoot-'em-up again. And even though it is frustrating and challenging, not once is it something where you don't feel like you could put the controller down and just rage quit it completely. It just had an addictive factor to it that made me want to play it more than ever and make it to the end of the stages, even though I also wanted to throw my controller at the screen. And to me, that's what old school's all about. And there's multiple difficulty modes too. There's an easy mode, a normal mode. There's also hard and extreme. So fortunately, there's assist options, and you can actually get the trophies as well. You can 100% the game with the easier mode. So the game is a little bit forgiving at times. There's also a co-op mode. So if you want to get nuts and play this with somebody else and have them play alongside you, you both can enjoy the torture of what pixelBOT, I keep saying pixelBOT because it's a store in California that is pretty neat. But anyways, again, what attracted me the most was the way that this game presented itself, what it looked like. I think the color mechanic really adds something pretty unique and a twist to the genre of shoot 'em ups. I've seen a few games like this, but not to the extent of a brutal, torturous game like pixelBOT Extreme. And it is actually one of the best retro-inspired shooters I've played in a while. I might not be the best at it or good at it. I don't claim to be good at video games, but I could tell a good, challenging, arcade, retro-style type of video game when I see one. Now, this is on PS4 and on PC. I don't believe that this is on Nintendo Switch or Xbox yet. I could be mistaken on that, but if you have it on PC, I think it runs like $10. I think it's also the same price on the PS4. I feel that's a fair amount of price for what you're getting with this game. Again, it does do it has that one more time factor that I just really like in games like this. You know, the challenge just harkens back to these old games that I play in the back, you know, games that I grew up playing and stuff like that. And even though the game might be simple and there might be 1,000 better shoot 'em ups on the PlayStation 4 itself, sometimes playing simple and minimalistic is not a bad thing. So don't let the art graphics and the way that the game looks overall steer you away from a game. A lot of people like to dismiss indie games as shovelware without even trying it, and I know judging books by its cover can also often make you miss out on stuff, and that's also why I'm covering this, why I cover the games that I do, because games like pixelBOT Extreme don't deserve to be neglected, even though I keep stuttering over the name pixelBOT Extreme. Alright, there we go. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the review right here. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Does this look like something that you would check out, or are you going to pass it? Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.